podcast. Back again with Declan and Ryan, and there was something I looked up that we talked about that I was gonna rub in your face. Like, I was like, I told you, but
wow, what a real firecracker!
Was it Bishop's Black X-Men?
No, but that's not even a Black X-Men. There's still like a white person on it.
Yeah, there's like one, but
Bishop's finally getting an origin.
It's like made up of. I guess when Bishop's a child, when he thought of the X-Men, because the X-Men are like dead already, his version that he came up in his head was all black versions. So Jean Grey's black, Wolverine's black, Gambit's black, but Gambit's traitor.
Is that why on the animated series he shows up after Gambit? Because in his dream he saw Gambit as a traitor?
I don't know.
You're gonna trade against the X-Men! And it plays a little harmonica. Every time we saw Bishop play a little harmonica.
Is he supposed to be from the South?
He's actually Australian, I believe.
They make his
Australian.
They make his voice seem kind of.
Oh, so he's Aboriginal?
Yeah.
Okay.
The same as Gateway. Is that his name?
Gateway, I thought was like a tribe person, someone from a tribe. Or something.
He's from Australia. That's from the Outback era.
Yeah, Aboriginal.
Just because you're Australian.
He's literally sitting in the middle of the desert in Australia with like underwear, just meditating.
Gateway was weird because he came to Generation X and he just sat outside of the school all the time, just floating and like meditating. I don't know. But anyways, did you see the news that we're gonna get Mephisto? People are saying it's confirmed.
It's been talked about enough this week that it's probably
Sacha Baron Cohen.
What?
Yeah,
that's really fun.
I think I see it in his face.
But they said that's what Charles Esposito,
Giancarlo Esposito,
whatever.
Why can't you say that name?
I don't know. I thought they said that was the character maybe they're talking to him about, but that would have been too small for him. For me, Sacha Baron Cohen is just fucking great for Mephisto. Because he's going to be very cheeky.
He would fuck with people a lot.
Yeah, he's going to be very cheeky.
How many Borat memes were you going to get?
They're nice.
Thank you, hell.
It makes me think of he thinks the Jews are devils.
Ironheart shows.
Well, that's what I think is going to happen. Is
interesting.
Is why is
this is all spoiler stuff?
Why is the Hood in Ironheart? It's like spoilers of casting. Why is the Hood in Ironheart is my thing, and then the Hood's cloak is powered.
He's gonna be a teen.
They just cast a teen.
No, he's
or is he some adult?
He's some Hispanic dude from he's an adult. The only thing I know him from is The Heights. Mm-hmm. And while I was in the hospital, I watched that movie because there's not many movies you could pick for, or not pick, but like channels. And I sat through it, and it was not that good. It was a pretty bad movie. It was like a musical. And Chris was like, why are we watching this? And I said, I'm dying, bitch, I'm dying.
They're really pushing a supernatural
oh, I know. That's what we have to get to as well.
Ironheart, which is weird.
But I think Mephisto is going to tie into the cloak, giving the powers.
They just casted Zoe in the show, which is
Zoe?
She's like Doctor Strange's sidekick, basically.
When did she come about?
Jason Aaron.
Is it Zoe or is it Zoe?
It's Zoe.
How's it spelled? Z-O?
Z-O-E.
So that's Zoe.
I think she was made in like 2014.
I think this is one-on-one basis. What?
When?
Like 2014.
Damn.
But she's the head mistress of
the Strange Academy.
The Strange Academy. She's like in everything Doctor Strange now. So it's interesting that they'll put her this first.
Who else got crossed over? I think Sacha Baron Cohen is going to be Agatha's show, they say. But someone else is in Agatha that I was shocked about.
They said Billy and Teddy.
Tommy?
Tommy too.
Who's Teddy?
Oakland. But that's another big rumor too, is they're saying that Scar is going to be a combination of Hulkling and Scar. So Scar and She-Hulk is actually Hulkling, which wouldn't make sense because
if they're not following the comics, no.
Hulkling is Marvel's son.
And then, so I don't mind the casting, and then Harrison Ford is locked down as Red Hulk. He doesn't like to act. I don't want him to.
And I see him being kind of boring. Like
he always just talks like the same. Like, I don't know. Him as Red Hulk just seems so bad.
It just seems like a weird decision for him. He must need money or something.
But you have to give it your all in these roles.
Maybe he's excited for it, and we just don't know.
I can't wait.
I saw today that they're saying Songbird is confirmed for Thunderbolts.
I heard it's like.
So they actually making.
I heard
Ross start the Thunderbolts.
I heard that no.
Okay.
Well, who knows?
He has to be in it.
He could be. You're right. I'm sorry.
I mean,
because at first I was like, no, he's dead. But I forgot. But Val's been the one pinning everyone together.
I know, but it's a coincidence that can easily correct, right? Because in the comics they're just separate. There's no reason why the Thunderbolts are called the Thunderbolts.
No, it's because of Ross.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Osborn that started that. Was it?
No, that goes way further.
Way further. Okay, so
it's more Dark Avengers.
Way before they're trying to catch Hulk, and I don't know. I swear it's Ross. Why they call them the Thunderbolts, but I know that team is a fake team, so it could be maybe I'm wrong about that because I know Baron Zemo dresses up as Citizen V, and they all act like superheroes.
Is that where Screamy Mimi comes from?
Screamy Mimi, Songbird. So they're all superheroes faking it to go like commit crimes and be a superhero team while they're like doing it. So it could be connected to Ross because I know it's in the Hulk is their first appearance. Is they're fighting, trying to catch Hulk or some shit. So it could be either way. I have to
but Ross has been on the team once.
The
Red Thunderbolts,
the Punisher, Agent Venom, Elektra, Wolverine, and
Wolverine.
4. No X-23, no Ghost Rider.
No, you're thinking of.
He says Circle of 4. I was telling him that.
Oh, that's what it's not.
Circle of 4.
I like that story a lot.
Oh, I love that story.
But
we never got that hero flex.
Speaking of what?
Specifically the X-23. Doesn't the X-23 ride on back of the motorcycle?
Yeah, they gave us the motorcycle Hulk.
Without the...
Yeah.
But it was like a fucking pog. They give Lobo a goddamn dog.
It's funny, going Christmas shopping right now, I was thinking about like, oh, I want to buy Declan this book. Like, he'd probably enjoy this story. Then I think about lending you books and you don't read them. So then I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that.
I read the Darth Vader one you got from me.
Okay.
I gotta get the other one out of your car.
I can't really read the Captain Britain one you got me.
Yeah, you can
because it's
what Captain
it's his first appearance.
The U.S. appearance.
There's a British first appearance,
which is like way more expensive.
And there's a more the other one's hard to find. I couldn't find
the British one.
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine because
I have them.
You have white Gatorades,
huh?
They're white Gatorades in there?
No, I brought 2 and you won't like these. These are
the zero flavor?
And they have like no flavor.
What is there to drink in the fridge? I know I'm taking a whole side part of this fucking...
Mountain Dew, Cherry Coke.
I gotta bring this
up. Cherry Coke or Cherry Pepsi?
Cherry Pepsi.
Oh, that's good.
Dr. Pepper.
I like Pepsi, but I do not like Cherry Pepsi.
Really?
Yeah. Let's get a Dr. P, please.
What was that beat?
The Discord.
Oh.
It's the only cool kids that know Discord. Yeah, well, I'm taking this break. I'm having my face. All right.
What were we talking about?
Greatest podcast in the world.
We should talk about
something.
No, but we're talking about the Thunderbolts. From what I'm hearing, it's going to be Yelena's basically splitting up the team.
And Scarlett Johansson is executive producing?
I read that as well. There's a way to keep her alive, but Yelena is mad that Val lied about Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
So she has like the kind of good people like Winter Soldier, Ghost, those people like on her side.
Did she win her court case or did they settle?
They settled.
So then maybe part of the settlement was she wanted to executively produce.
And I want to be a producer.
Maybe she wanted to have influence on the character of Black Widow going forward.
I feel like Yelena is more popular than...
Yeah, but it's because... I mean...
I watched a bunch of clips the other day someone made of her fucking with Steve. How much it's happened through the universe.
Wait, you mean in the Marvel Universe, not
Yes.
Chris.
No. Dude, this chair sucked.
Captain America.
You're the one who brought it in?
I know.
You need to get like those like
Stoppers?
locks that they
Just she's like, I'm
get
here.
a carpet.
She's
Get
like,
like a single square carpet.
I'm here to. There's a Captain America show I found like that before for your chair.
What?
Yeah, like a shield rug.
I thought you said Captain America show for your chair. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's what I heard too.
But you know, she pulls up and she's like, I'm here to pick up a fossil.
Pull up.
Yeah, she has some.
But I seen a whole video. I was like, damn, she really digs in them like a lot. What about that girl from? She's like, whatever, the one with the piercing in her nose. You know, whatever.
I mean, Scarlett Johansson's a good actress, right?
But I forgot how
she's
bad
a great actress.
Yeah.
I
I
forgot.
mean, she's been in some stinker movies, but
I
She
forgot.
can play anything.
Do you really feel that way? You're laughing as you say it.
yeah, I can't tell if you're being fascistic.
I'm just. It's the already running joke that she could play literally.
Oh, is that like
nationality,
how?
any character?
Oh yeah, because she is what that chick's name from Ghost in the Shell,
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
and she's Asian before the surgery, which is fucking hilarious.
That's almost like a Psylocke thing.
That's almost like a racist thing.
It's like literal blackface.
Sounds like Psylocke.
Very.
Did she pick?
Or Quantum.
She did.
Betsy.
Mrs. Braddock.
Betsy.
Did she pick her because she was Asian, or is it just like, oh, here's a body? Because then maybe it's not racist, right?
I always think of the movie Lucy where she's on the keyboard.
I still want to watch Lucy.
The activator brain or whatever. I always remember that speech. Humans only use 10% of brain. What if we could unlock 90? The other 90.
There's a edit that someone did where she's on the plane and she has two laptops open and she's typing on both, but you just hear the like air code over and over because she just
dun, 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 dun.
That's hella
and
funny.
then she closes the boat.
That's hella funny.
That movie is a funny watch, by the way.
Lucy.
Like Morgan Freeman's in that fucking movie. Like, it's like Limitless, but like it just goes off the rails at one point.
There's a lot of movies like that. Like I've never seen.
Is Lucy her movie? It's the one she's like butt naked, right?
She takes this drug that unlocks the rest of her brain, and she like basically becomes a fourth dimensional being by the end of the movie.
But the question was, she's butt naked, like in it.
I don't know that.
I think
Maybe at one point, I think maybe at the end, towards the end.
one of the movies she's like, I think when she's like getting installed or whatever, getting together.
You're thinking of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Is that Ghost in the Shell? She's butt naked.
I mean,
It was a
she's
big
an
deal.
android.
They should do that movie again, but not like that.
I thought the movie was great.
Well, I like
You liked it?
the universe.
People hated it.
I saw did I see it at the
Ghost in the Shell is like one of those things that help create the cyberpunk aesthetic. Right?
But I like Cowboy Bebop show too. I was kind
A
of
lot of people I heard like that too, though.
They're making a One Piece live action show. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
When I showed my son.
still wearing
Have
a straw hat.
you should play the.
He's
I'll send it to you. There's a.
watching it right now. He
You
left
ever watch
Hero.
4 Kids?
He left Hero because he
You remember
got
the 4 Kids intro song, right?
the Luffy outfit.
Dude, they for one of the anniversaries, me and my sister were watching the sub of it, and that came on. They like put it as an actual opening for one of the episodes just out of nowhere. It's like an anniversary of when it got its English dub or something. It just started coming on to like the normal fucking intro. It was hella weird. But I'll find it. I'll send it to you. Your son will love it. It's fucking hilarious.
Speaking of anime,
Zoro's kind of like a samurai. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's one of the lines.
Mhm.
Even though he basically is a samurai. But he's kind of like a samurai.
He's not like a samurai.
I'll just have to I'll show it to you.
He's kind of like one.
Yeah, he's kind of like a samurai.
did you watch?
He just
Bleach
got to.
last
He
week?
just got to
I have
Ace.
not started it yet. I have to get on my VPN and go to Canada to watch it because I don't want to get Hulu.
But is it Hulu free?
No.
No, but thanks for ripping off the companies.
It's on Disney Plus. Everywhere else but America. I don't fucking know why, but it is. You can just watch it on Disney Plus with a VPN.
Did you watch Bleach?
Mhm.
Was it good?
I was smiling the whole time.
Dude, when they were showing the trailer and
Lame.
he yells "Gets a good Tensho," I got goosebumps. I was like, damn. I don't even like Bleach that much, and I was sick. So I'm excited. And it looks like they're doing a really good
It's
job
like,
with the
it's
animation.
it's back. It's just back.
How
This
long
is
has
like-
it been gone?
10 years?
Probably around that. I think it ended in 2012.
Yeah, that's
It's about 10 years.
11 years.
So, I mean, but Bleach is part of the big three. The big three.
Naruto and Dragon Ball.
Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach.
Oh. Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball came way before that. Dragon Ball's the era of JoJo's and Fist of the North Star. That's like the 80s and the early 90s.
See, back to Christmas, I saw a cool JoJo shirt, and I was like, technically won't wear this.
I'll wear it.
You're very picky on your shirts. You were having a discussion about how you like throwback shirts.
Well, I like...
You have to remember, when I
somewhat minimalistic... I don't necessarily need like this much reference.
When I shop
but
for...
that much of a reference is cool. It doesn't... It only has a number on it, right?
Oh,
no.
I think so.
Yeah, it's got a 9 on it, right above right there. But otherwise, those are just the characters from Final Fantasy. It doesn't say Final Fantasy on it.
Surprisingly, I've had a lot of people recognize... Are you wearing a Final Fantasy 9 shirt? I'm like,
well, don't people love that game?
Yeah, but it's still kind of...
It's not like 7, but it's kind of cult.
Well, to me, it's not obvious. Right? I thought it was a Mario shirt.
It's like the last of the PS1 era?
Yeah.
So, like, I think there's people that's got plenty. It's got an interesting art style. It's very different than, like, the... Because nobody really remembers 8. I don't even know what 8's about. I know what 7's about. Is 8 bad?
8's my favorite because that's the first one I played.
Okay.
But...
Is 8, it's PlayStation, right? It wasn't, okay, it wasn't one of the mobile consoles.
It's weird.
That was a good slurp.
It's weird.
I hate that I'm one of those people that just never played it.
Anytime I played any type of game when we were younger, you would go make fun of Pokemon music on every game that I played.
Say it again.
Like I'd play Final Fantasy. I liked RPGs a lot.
Yeah.
What's the Final Fantasy?
You kind of sound like you mixed it to Mario.
I heard actually.
I don't know. I don't.
You did play Mario. You're thinking.
What's Kirby's again? What's Kirby's little jingle? I was thinking about it.
I don't know.
Kirby has so many. That was Mario again.
No, what was it?
Kirby is full of bops.
Yeah, but he does a little dance, right? That's how it ends.
Yes. I do hear it in my head now, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
It's just funny, all these different noises, they almost all sound the same. Like,
but that's like
if you try to do Indiana Jones, I feel like Superman,
Mushroom Kingdom, here we go.
I feel like
no, Jurassic Park is super distinct.
I guess. I'm trying to think if there's anything that could sound like that. Back to the Future, but that's not that. It's hard.
What's the Batman the animated one?
I mix
they copied the actual I'm fucking blasting Tim Burton's
Harry Potter.
I can't think of his name.
Harry Potter music sounds a lot like Jurassic Park.
I think they're both
same composer.
Same composer.
Okay.
I think both John Williams.
Rest in peace to what's his name? He died a couple days ago. I want to say Haggard. It's not Haggard.
Hodor?
Oh,
I was going to say Hodor too.
Haggard.
It's
Haggard.
Is it Haggard?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he died.
I should not have said that. I should not have said that.
It's funny because my wife's finally watching Game of Thrones, and we're still on season 1.
But you're not on House of the Dragon.
No.
Did you like the ending of the last episode?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, it was crazy. I was like, definitely not expecting that. And I was like, oh, there she is. And I was like, wait a minute.
I'm finally loving the characters.
I hate the greens. Fuck them.
Oh.
Fuck the greens. Go blacks all the way.
It's just
Matt Smith is so good.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
He's growing on me a
Does
little
he
bit.
sound like the Doctor?
The guy who plays Amon? No, Aegon. One with the eye patch.
I can't
His
stand
face
him.
is like...
Fucking Sephiroth. He needs to go away. I
He
can't.
looks so evil. He's like, they're like...
Unfortunately, I read how he dies.
In the book?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
is a book already?
Mm-hmm. It's not even done yet, though.
Who wrote it?
George R.R. Martin.
He hasn't even finished the other book.
They're going to start Dunkin' Egg, which is also not done.
All right.
Dunkin' Egg will be sweet, though, because that's like more up-tempo. That's a lot of... It's basically going to be like the whole Arya Hound thing. Duncan is this like
Damn.
nameless knight that's like he's huge.
I love the actors outside of the show now. What's
It's a shame we'll never get to see
Allison?
Yeah, but it's a shame we'll never get to see the young Rhaenyra ever again.
They said they might bring her back, but the problem is she's going to keep getting older, so they have to hurry.
The chick who plays Allison's like, I think she's super pretty. Like pretty, not
I
like.
feel like she can play
yeah,
rogue. Like I'm always like, okay, what?
Didn't you want a black rogue?
Yeah, but at the same time, I know Game of Thrones actors always end up in Marvel things. So, like, who are these people going to play now that we have all these new characters to play with?
Yeah, but they never do anything.
What do you mean?
Peter Dinklage shows up for a second. Jon Snow shows up for a second. He hasn't done anything yet. And Arya Stark is in fucking the horrible. No,
But she played the
no,
character.
yeah, Arya Stark's in that. And
She-
what's her name? The other Sansa's Phoenix.
Yeah, right.
They both play their characters well.
No.
She didn't play that dog well.
We got to talk about.
Rain's not even a great character to begin with, so I mean, that's...
Yes, that's where I was.
Okay, we could go there right now.
Go ahead.
Go.
No, I'm just saying.
Right. Declan
me and
said
Ernie
you
have-
set it up way too hard for him.
Me and Ernie. By the way, I mean,
I set it up to horror.
hard.
Too hard for him.
I was expecting to be way better than it was. It's
The
good,
way you talked about it.
but
It's the best Disney Plus thing they put
I
up.
no.
disagree.
Disagree.
I disagree. I saw someone do a ranking from like blah, like not good, and the guy had nothing in not good from Disney Plus to like top tier. His top tier one for it was Phase 4. I'm sorry, was Eternals.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, what?
It's not a bad
Have
movie.
you seen the movie yet?
I can't. I've started a couple times and it just bores me.
They
I,
cuck you with time, bro. They
So-
play time at the beginning. You're like, this would be sweet. And it's boring.
I think Eternals is a good intro to reading Judgment Day in X-Men.
hey, you want to read comics? Watch Eternals. Here's my thing.
That will catch
It
you
seems
up
like
to
there's
speed.
too many characters is what the problem was, and it looks like it should have been a TV show. Just like I believe Winter Soldier,
I don't think any of the
Winter Soldier and
not
Falcon should have been a movie.
I don't think
And
all
I
the
don't-
characters.
Not
even
too many
necessary.
characters because X-Men would have the same issue. I
These characters,
wouldn't want to watch
but
it
these
as a
characters-
show.
they're gods, right? Essentially, right? X-Men are like supposed to be relatable, right? Most other superheroes are supposed to be relatable. The Eternals are like actively not relatable. They just are like so important for a bunch of other bullshit that it almost feels like the movie's just been pushed out. Be like, okay, now even though you're not all gonna love this or watch this, we at least set the groundwork for a lot of this shit, so we can move past it and start talking about the more interesting Eternals characters, which are all
Yeah,
like,
it's
the
good
weird-
like background.
But that's what it
knowledge.
is. It's background
They
noise.
should've made
Dude,
it
that
a-
whole movie's just like it's like white noise.
They should have made it like documentary style.
Of Eternals?
Yeah, just like make it kind of weird and like a documentary.
I think the best performance in the movie is the guy who plays.
The Office, like Jim face to the camera. Like,
I mean, not that type of documentary,
Oh, I guess
but
that's another Game of Thrones actor, right? No.
Cersei was.
No, another bad Game of Thrones performance is Eternals.
no, yeah,
Right?
the guy that's
The guy who plays that's Ramsay Bolton, right?
Ramses.
Yes.
He's
Icarus.
Maximus. No, I'm talking about in the bad the
he's
Inhuman
Ic-
show.
He's Ic- oh, Maximus.
Oh, the other guy's Icarus.
But
Though.
we don't talk about the Inhuman show.
Which guy?
The Stark oldest brother.
The one that dies in the
The wedding. The Red Wedding.
Icarus is
He's
which
Icarus.
one?
The main character that wants or the Asian girl. Who's it? Not Mantis. What's her name?
That's Icarus. Icarus is the strong one. He's like Superman. Okay.
the one that flies into the sun.
Spoilers.
That's part of Icarus' story and
He gets
mythology.
too close to the sun.
Anyways, back to Werewolf.
Amazing.
It's not. Why do you
Man
think
Thing is the best thing about it.
Man Thing
is
got so much
adorable.
I
screen
was not
time?
expecting Wolfman Jack though. I was expecting a wolf, not a
Oh,
like a
really?
big dog man, not a weird.
No, that's what Terry Russell looks like. I was happy.
Stupid. I hate it.
I love.
I hate that look.
I love the
werewolf.
horror.
That was
of
Jack
Wolfman.
Russell.
Jack Russell.
He's a Terry Russell.
Because I'm thinking Jack Russell Terry.
Terrier.
Terrier. I
Which
thought
is
the
appropriate.
Mexican one wasn't Jack Russell.
But we knew from before the show
Wait,
starts
his
that
name is Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He turns to a wolf.
his dad owned the dog, and I think that's how his family lineage gets stuck with werewolf
With
powers.
lycanthropy.
I
Is
don't
it
know.
different?
I don't know.
So how does vampirism work in the Marvel universe?
You go into a cave with bats and you get bit.
But that's one way, right? Could I also what if I get? So what if I get bit by Dracula? Right, Dracula exists in the Marvel universe, right?
Right.
If I'm a virgin, I get bit by Dracula. Will I become a vampire?
Virgin?
That's like the thing. It's the only way you can become a vampire.
In True
Hocus Pocus?
In True Blood, Jessica gets bit.
Well, that's stupid. True Blood is
she's eternally a virgin. So every time she has sex, she breaks her hymen.
That's not how sex works. You don't have to break your hymen. That's inconvenient, right? Every time the rest of your life,
it's a bloody mess.
It's
a blood mess.
I'm not even gonna get into that. But are there multiple ways to become a vampire? Like, what if I get bit by Morlun?
Morlun's gonna eat you, first of all.
Yeah.
Can he turn people to vampires?
I believe so.
Is it mystical? Is it
See, that was my only issue with the movie was I wanted a little bit more Easter eggs, like monsters and stuff.
The only thing that I missed from it is I wanted all the hunters to have some type of backstory.
I thought that'd be cool.
Or at least themselves being ties to other places.
Yeah, some of them had weird and interesting designs, right? There's the Scottish guy, there's the guy who I think he looked like he was from Wakanda. He had like the very almost the same armor.
He was. Are you talking about the Blade looking guy?
The black guy, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is this Blade's brother?
Is this Blade?
Is Blade a brother?
Wasn't someone cut out of it? Like Moon Knight was supposed to be in it, or Blade was supposed to be in it, and they cut him out. I think
people were just saying,
it would have been dope for people hunting.
It would have been sick if we got the third Moon Knight.
Yeah.
We ain't getting Blade till 2024 now.
We better get Moon Knight in that shit.
Oscar Isaac already said. I mean, to be real, that's why I talk about that, what's it called? Werewolf by Night. It's good, but it's not Moon Knight good. It's not Loki good. For me, I like Loki a lot more than other
people. I think if Werewolf by Night had 6 episodes, it would
maybe, but it didn't. That's my thing. It only had a little bit for me to go off of. The actor's great. You know that actor plays fucking Hector in Coco?
Yes.
That's nuts. I don't know why I answered it like Michelle Tanner.
Elsa was
nuts.
Elsa was great.
She was
Werewolf
okay.
by Night was great.
It's weird to see Elsa not like a monster hunter.
But she is.
But she's not acting like one. It's her origin.
But we don't know that. Because she said she trained.
Is Man-Thing's real name Ted?
Yes.
Is that the original name of the person?
Theodore
Salas.
And that's the human before he became Man-Thing.
Yes.
Is this like a Swamp Thing thing? Where
yes.
So there's a bunch of them?
No.
He's connected... Because like Swamp Thing doesn't really have a personality because he's like every plant ever.
No.
Although Man-Thing... There are other Man-Things. Because... tied to the Nexus.
In the Odd World, or whatever it's called. Or remember,
in Strange
had that set where we got a bunch of those.
Strange Academy, there's this little frost guy, Man-Thing. He's tied to Man-Thing somehow, too.
Man-Thing is...
And what's Man-Thing's power? Why can't he just light shit on fire?
If you fear him.
Oh, that's sick.
It's called... It's like... It's a cool saying. It's like... I'm going to look it up so I don't butcher it.
I believe... his wife was in Iron Man 3?
His wife was. She was the one that was baited Tony into the bar.
Which, that's changed a little bit, because she doesn't really help with making the
because Man-Thing's making the super soldier serum, or Ted is.
And then he gets knocked into a...
AIM finds him, runs after him, he injects himself so they can't get it. Goes into the swamp, but the swamp is mystical because there's a nexus connected to the swamp.
So he only connects to this swamp.
No,
like this,
he could eventually teleport. I don't think he has to be in a swamp either, because Luke Cage, when he makes the Thunderbolts, he uses Man-Thing as a taxi.
Have all his memories and all that shit.
Yeah,
as Man-Thing.
Yeah, because Jennifer Cale talks to him.
Jennifer Cale talks to Man-Thing, not Ted Salas.
Oh, Ted doesn't.
So is Ted dead? Was he like on some astral plane somewhere else?
Recently, in 2018, Steve Orlando wrote a comic called Curse the Man-Thing, where it deals with Orcus and Krakoa stuff. But
is he a mutant now too?
No, but Magic talks to him, and it turns out the reason why he was able to live crashing into the swamp was he made a deal with Velasco, who was the ruler of Limbo at the time. He made a deal with the devil. And Ted's alive in there, kind of, but he has no consciousness of what's going on out there.
Okay. A man thinks likes to be called Ted.
Yes, apparently.
Well, on that, he's not even Man-Thing. He's just Ted in it. But
now, they don't call Man-Thing once.
He's been in it.
Nobody's like, there's a Man-Thing.
It was cool that they did this whole thing of like, let's see who can find the monster, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be Man-Thing. But I didn't know we were gonna see him so much.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot of twists and turns or like surprises.
Yeah, I kind of felt like you kind of knew how everything was gonna go.
Yep.
But anyways,
I can after credits thing, not for this.
Yeah, there wasn't there?
Them eating at
the end
bench. I think that was before the credits.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's like fear the touch of the Man-Thing or something. So if you fear him, he will get hurt.
But if you don't, you won't?
No.
Can he just crush you and kill you under his normal strength?
Yeah.
What's the point of the power?
Deppel met him when he was trying to return that zombie head, and he didn't have issues with them. He just used them. I'm pretty sure.
Did you get on any teams?
Oh, yeah.
What teams is he?
Thunderbolts, he was on.
Legion of Monsters, he's been on.
Luke Cage, like I said, used them as like a bus. Like, he took them where they need to go.
Oh.
And he took care of them. Like, Luke Cage made sure no one fucked with Man-Thing. Well, because everyone's like, ooh.
It's a Man-Thing.
And he was just like, he's cool. Pop on in. And he's
an honorary member. Is he welcome to the barbecue?
He's a Thunderbolt. Man-Thing's a Thunderbolt.
Don't think anymore.
We took Thunderbolt and Legion of Monsters when we act like there's hella teams.
Well, he's tied to a lot of like.
Is he an Avenger?
He's in the Supernaturals. It was a 4-issue comic.
Some comic just came out today,
the 90s
or tomorrow, and he's in it.
Like Curse of the Shadow.
He's never been a Savage Avenger or anything.
That sounds.
He does
familiar.
show up in.
He seems like to be like
in that, I believe.
That would be where his fit would be.
I don't know why. He's always connected to Howard the Duck, too. There's even a hero clip.
I think because Howard can talk to him.
He can? Yeah. I always thought that was good.
Oh, yeah. Does fucking, what's his name? Jack Russell literally understand what he's saying?
They make it seem like he does. But see, he calls him Ted, though. So they're going to change it in the MCU then?
Probably.
It's more interesting
or maybe he just likes to be called Ted.
To me, it's more interesting to have a man trapped in that body that can't talk.
That's a Swamp Thing, right?
Swamp Thing
kind of like being
Swamp Thing
tortured
can talk and
yeah, but he's like a man trapped within the green. Like when they peel away.
Yeah, but I feel like the green just got
dead,
created
basically.
though, right?
Yeah, because they show that
Jeff Lemire wasn't the one that created it. Because I feel like
that's all Alan Moore stuff.
Oh, okay.
And like when he shows his real body, it's all like desecrated and like there's none. There's none of me left. Like what am I? I am the green now. Like has this huge. That's what's interesting about Swamp Thing is he has like a huge personality crisis.
I just
like,
want to know
what
what Werewolf by Night's Jack's idea was before this whole hunt. What was he going to do?
What do you mean?
He had to show up to the hunt.
Yeah.
What was his plan?
Swamp
Did he know Man-Thing was already the bait?
Man-Thing, yeah.
Because that's why he let him go.
Man-Thing's
Ted.
Man-Thing's face is outside of the Sakar arena.
He's a champion.
So people are like, wait,
unless that's a different one.
Did he get saved there too? So he got captured in the arena, and
that is the rest of the Supernatural stories. Is Supernatural characters Blade, Moon Knight? They're just trying to find Man-Thing. Yeah. They're like it's like the one guy from Hangover that doesn't show up to the whole movie.
Yeah. It's just funny because like he breaks the wall and just Man-Thing just like runs away, and I was like, oh. Well, that kind of sucks. I wish we got more Man-Thing, but then he comes back or whatever.
Comes back and fries that.
Your friend went that way. He's like, thank you.
It literally says thank you. I'm watching with subtitles, and it says thank you as a subtitle, or like Kuz thankfully or something like that.
Kuz.
Yeah. What kind of noise does it?
You think that was Ulysses' real body in the casket, like, or was it a puppet? Elsa's dead.
Is there a crypt keeper?
Oh, you think it was supposed to be a real body? No, yeah. Because I don't see these people Imagineers like from Disneyland making like animatronics.
I mean the stepmom, she seems so like proud of it.
I feel like it was like she conjured
She
him.
probably made that.
She conjured
like,
him,
"This
I
is
feel
my
like,
last
but it's
wish."
not really him. It's just,
I feel like it was really his body.
yeah, I think it's really him. I thought it was Frankenstein in the trailer.
Do you think he's alive?
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, I was like, wait, what?
He's dead.
That's the thing is I would like to get to the Frankenstein.
To the monster mash.
I was really excited. I was going to wait to watch it. Watch it on Halloween. Then it was like, I always got stuff to do.
Has come out already.
I know, that's the thing.
I already watched
And I was like, I'm not going to wait. There's no way I'm going to wait to watch this. And the Hocus Pocus, there's no way I'm going to wait to
What
watch
horror
this.
movies are coming out this month?
Jason, or Halloween the End is coming out.
Halloween the End.
They're ending it finally, supposedly.
Are they?
I don't know. Jamie Lee Curtis was crying at the rap thing.
I watched The Watch.
Is it about a spooky watch?
It's the Ryan Murphy show where it's based on a true story where people move into a house and they keep getting these letters and people keep popping up in their house and it's like super creepy.
Yeah, as far as movies go, it's just Black Adam coming out and
Pearl.
Hockey Pete.
I think Pearl's out this month.
Pearl?
It's another horror movie.
Why do they?
And
why do horror
Barbarian?
movies? Why?
People have been talking about that.
Why
I don't watch
do these
it.
horror
Smile came out.
I heard about that too.
Why do these?
There's
all
that
these,
one that's
Ernie, stop.
Terrorizer
Ernie.
2 that's making people vomit.
I'm excited for
Ernie,
Megan.
Going to ambulances.
Stop.
I said that bad. Ambulances.
Ambulams.
Someone call me ambulance.
Why is every horror movie just one word?
This is Terrorizer 2.
That's a letter. I mean, that's a number, not a word.
Uh-huh.
Why is it? Did Jaws start
Megan
it?
has taken over Twitter. I love it.
Orphan. Smile. Nope.
People are saying Megan
Up.
is Scarlet Witch and Vision's child.
Wait.
I saw that. It's like a little robot lady or kid, right?
Oh, is it that? That's the weird AI creepy. Yeah.
It
I've
does
seen
look
Ex
like
Machina. I've seen Ex Machina before.
It's the it's James Wan. What was the movie he did last year that everybody loved?
The cancer one. Malignant.
Yes.
I have no idea what that is.
She has a tumor.
She
It's
has a
another person.
tumor.
I got a headache and
Her
it's
twin
not a
brother
It's another person.
that's in the back of her head,
Mhm.
and it takes over her body.
Yeah, I can reveal itself.
Not
It walks
interesting.
backwards.
It's
It's very
the
weird.
prison scene's very funny.
That's probably
That's that whole
It's
movie.
probably a grape scene.
That
Oh no, she kills everybody.
she kills it.
Or he kills everybody.
But that movie goes from somewhat scary, super interesting to hilarious,
To the most
rapid fire, like randomly. It's like some of the scenes are just the
like this is the
stupidest action.
stupidest movie I've ever seen.
And then it's like, oh, that shot's interesting. Well, that's an interesting, like it's an interesting premise, right?
No,
I think it is.
but it's a cult classic though.
Yeah, Malignant.
How's it how long ago did it come out?
A year ago.
It's already a cult classic.
It's very funny.
Mm.
Should give it a watch.
I don't think Ernie could watch it.
Yeah, it probably freaked me out. A lot of horror movies, like slashers, are just boring to me, but like the weird shit like that, yeah, I'm all like fucked up. Like,
I
what if I get a person in the back of my head growing out, walking backwards?
I watched Blair Witch last week, and then I watched number 2 last night. And both movies pissed me off.
I don't know why number 2 didn't do the POV still.
It did.
It doesn't.
It does.
It must break off.
It's clearer because
Yeah,
they have
camera.
better cameras. They have drones. They have better technology. It's about the guy.
We have the technology.
The guy's trying to find his sister. He thinks she's still alive 15 years later.
I mean,
Is she?
No, they all die.
It's not far-fetched in real life. There's been missing people, and we find them and stuff.
So what's the scariest thing to you?
Oh, I don't like demons and possession and stuff like that.
But you don't believe in that stuff.
I still don't like it. It freaks me out. Yeah.
See, ghost movies don't scare me because I don't believe in ghosts.
I was watching Ghostbusters the other day. That's great.
Like when his eyes go cross-eyed because a ghost is sucking his dick.
That's a scary movie. But yeah, Ghostbusters, they actually bust ghosts.
Not bust nuts and ghosts.
Like I don't like demon stuff either, but then I
Oh,
like
Jasmine's here. My niece is going to come in and talk.
And then
She-Hulk.
do you just want to cut that and just put it at the end of the episode and we just continue? So don't we have to talk about She-Hulk?
No, I was going to just talk about
Have the
She-Hulk.
whole talk with a
First, I
child.
was going to have her...
I gotta set up a whole nother fucking mic right now.
No, I was going to have her just go on to mine.
Okay. Then have her do her little thing where she recites the whole thing and then let's just finish talking about She-Hulk.
Well, I figured we'll just
I'm not going to sit here and get interrupted by a child 20 times. So.
get interrupted.
Plus, I'm not going to sit in a small room with a child.
All right. Well, what do you want to do about She-Hulk then?
Like I said, she can do her, if she needs to, if you want to really do this little thing, she can do her little ramble that you said, but you didn't mention she was going to be hanging around for the rest of the podcast. So I figured we were going to be done with the podcast by the time that they got here. At the end, and I would leave. But
they're outside right now. Far as, I told her a second, far as She-Hulk goes, you watched the last episode I asked you. I really liked it. Number one, I'm glad that Deadpool can't copy that now, or it'll look dumb. Because I was afraid they're going to do something like that in Deadpool 3, where he goes, like in Deadpool Kills the Universe, where he goes after the writers and all that stuff. I thought there would be maybe an evil Deadpool. So I'm glad She-Hulk did it. But Tatiana's charisma, her cuteness, it's just off the record.
I love how every time you mention a woman, one of the most
looks.
important things for you to mention is how she looks.
What?
Real progressive of you, aren't you?
She's just fucking adorable, dude. And when she's like,
why don't you tell her that?
when are we getting the X-Men?
You should tweet her that.
No.
She won't find it creepy.
But, yeah. I don't know. A lot of people were mad. A lot of people were mad. A lot of people were happy.
It's just like...
They like, because there's a lot of John Byron comics that she
I
literally...
was re-looking at it, and it just kind of destroys the whole
Byron. What did I say?
Byron.
Am I saying it wrong?
Isn't it Bryn?
Maybe it's Britain.
I just found...
B-R-Y-N-E.
The more I look back on it and put it with the rest of the show, it kind of destroys the rest of the show. It kind of ruins the whole
It
point of the
does
whole
take
show.
apart a lot of the story.
No, it literally ruins the reason that the rest of the show exists.
How?
Well, it just doesn't. None of it really matters. If she could have technically have done that from the beginning, right?
But
like,
she got to a point where she's like...
That's her only option, is destroy reality in order to fix the world.
Well, she
It's
realized...
Because it's poorly written.
It's based off the comic.
It doesn't...
If you don't like it, then it's not for you.
But you can't
but the
use that excuse for everything.
problem is a lot of people kept watching it to hate on it. They wanted to keep watching
I
it.
enjoyed it all the way up till that point. So the show's... I never said the show was made for me. That doesn't stop that from being a sloppy writing tool. I don't care if it's originally in the comics or not. Comics can be bad. Most of them are bad. Most of them don't extend very long because they cancel them because nobody's fucking reading them.
I thought it was unique. It was different. We got something that we never would get before, and we're never going to get it again.
It's interesting in an episode. I thought it was I enjoyed the episode, but when I re-put it in context with the rest of the show, it's like, it feels like there was really no reason the rest of the show exists, because even if it was, like you say, it's not for me, right? It's for a female demographic. It builds up all the shit and then throws it away in the last episode.
And that's the thing too. A lot of people feel like it was
like she solved her problem
a man basher show.
I could care less about.
I didn't fucking care. There were douchebags. What do you want me to tell you?
Well, it's not like it was subtle about it. I'm not saying it was subtle about it. I'm not saying the show's perfect in its messaging, but it's like I'm not surprised anymore when watching TV that things like that exist, and that's, I don't know. It doesn't affect me anymore. I don't care. I don't care if it exists or it doesn't exist.
I think it's one of the. But see, the problem is a lot of people.
That message is not for me.
People are shocked. People are shocked that a lot of the people are saying it's one of the better Disney Plus shows. And
yeah, but
I think it's in the middle for me. It's good, but it's fun. It's for me to have a good time. It's a sitcom. I don't take it as serious. Like Moon Knight, I was like,
is it a sitcom?
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be a sitcom,
but it's not like
Modern Family.
But it's not like a sitcom. It's not like an individual.
No, it's
each, right?
It's
still a progressing story, right?
Well,
it was
Fuller House.
It was a progressing story until they threw it all away in the last episode.
I thought it was pretty. Each episode was pretty different and loose. Like I guess the connecting story is she's trying to find herself as Jen.
Well, she says it at the end. She's like, "This is my story. My story isn't like
people."
I forgot how she said it, but she goes, "It's about me finding me being She-Hulk and all this and that, and this story's going the wrong way. Like they're messing up." But they wrote that ahead of time. If they wrote this to get out of it, like it's a monthly comic that came out, then I'd be more like, "Oh, that's fucked up." They planned this from episode 1.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like they planned.
But that's almost the beauty of it.
Is that the beauty of it?
Yeah.
Then what's the message coming across?
Because they thought of ahead.
No, it feels like they slapped on a message at the end. Like, obviously...
No, they did all the tropes at the end. Like, dude turned, like, they stole his blood. I know, they stole the blood, and, this happened, and Hulk comes back, and...
But why even have any of that stuff in the first place? Just to set up this big reveal of... Like, then the show feels worthless. And, like, where does it fall in the timeline?
But the story all still happens.
Where does it fall in the timeline now? Like, why is it important to anything ever?
It all still happens. Abomination gets in trouble for breaking his thing.
Sure, but that...
Abomination still gets in trouble.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Todd still gets in trouble for taking the blood.
Comic book show.
Yes, but they pride themselves on making sense. Otherwise, this would be the DC universe in which nothing can actually nothing ever makes sense.
Literally breaks the fourth wall. So.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing with you, Ryan, but it doesn't. I'm not talking about this from being just a comic accurate story or what the characters. I'm talking about this from a complete whole story. And this is. It's fine if anybody disagrees with me. I'm just saying that, like...
It's fine to not like... A lot of people can't... I don't want to say can't handle it. They can't...
I hate when people tell people that when they... If they don't like something, it's not... It's... And I'm not even complaining about it because it's a woman's show, right? But half the time you either say you only hate it because it's a woman lead, or you don't understand the comic books. And it's like, no, I just want to understand quality story writing, and it doesn't feel like a quality
I've talked to people that have read... I've talked to people that have read the Brian or whatever his name is. I can't think of the last name again. What was it, Byron? John Byrne. Like, literally half the issues end with her getting mad at him and, like, crumpling up the paper and shit like that. So, I am, I don't know. I feel they did justice towards that writer. But at the same time, I feel like some people don't, not being a dick, people feel like they can't get that concept of it's very out there. It is out there. And people were like, wait, this whole show the whole time wasn't really out there. Besides cutting, looking at the fourth wall.
Yes, that's kind of what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, this went beyond out there.
I know, but it takes a left turn to that.
Yes, beyond though. And I think a lot of people...
Sure, that's comic.
It kind of blew them. It blew them off. It was like, what the hell,
Sure, but like, that's the issue. That's a finale. Like, they're leaving this large impact because that's basically what you're going to take with you for the rest of the time. Nobody's going to look back and necessarily think about the rest of the show or think about the show in the whole context. They're giving you this big finale, and this is how they do it in every single show because with a finale, it's always got to be big.
And the whole thing is, I think this whole thing was a chance to put a mirror up to the trolls and all that, and she brings up everything people complain about, like, come on, stealing my blood, this and that, da. So I thought a lot of people would like.
But were people complaining about the blood stealing? Because I feel like still a majority of people that were like vocally complaining were still complaining about because it's a She-Hulk show. I don't think people were complaining about its weird writing things. I don't think that maybe if she takes a step out and like has a meta conversation with the viewer like they do in fucking Harley Quinn. Where like they have like those two guys that are watching the show, like shitting on the show early on. If they like, put a mirror up to it, it makes a little more sense. But like, I don't really know what it was like that ending's compensating for. It's kind of what I'm saying because the trolls weren't out there trolling the typical Marvel storyline this time. That's not what was happening, right? If this was like maybe...
She brings up the dad issues and all that stuff. It's all these things that a lot of people complain about, and I thought maybe this was a good thing that Marvel is self-aware. They're aware.
I mean, she was talking to the camera throughout the whole show, and like that's not very jarring, right?
And I thought there's no way Kevin Feige is going to be...
But when she breaks out and she walks through Disney Plus, and then she... like... I just... You just didn't need to break the fourth wall that hard.
But that's the thing, is she does break it that hard.
But you don't need to. It doesn't make any like sense. There's no need to do it. It doesn't expand.
They put it in for fun.
Sure, but like, this isn't no... People don't come to these shows just for fun, right? People don't engage.
That's the problem.
People don't engage in the Marvel universe for fun.
That's why you're supposed to watch.
That's the problem. Is this show was meant to have fun, and people came here not looking for fun.
Well, because I never seen it widely advertised.
I never said. Okay, go ahead. I thought you were going to say something.
Like as something like like Werewolf by Night's a literal one shot, right? Like it could never get referenced again, and we wouldn't mind. There's no out of boards reference, but this is like a reference. I know. I'm just saying, like in theory, right? You could remove it as if it were like the Inhuman show, right? It would. Okay, Ryan, I'm trying not to break your heart. You got to get over the fact that I'm just using this for hypothesis. Like,
no, you can talk about Inhumans.
But I meant specifically Werewolf by Night. But people come to these shows for the connectivity of everything at this point. That's what Marvel sells itself on.
She-Hulk sewed up a lot of stories.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
because then if I was in that universe, I could just break out and just like go talk to Kevin and change all that shit.
No, only She-Hulk.
Why can only She-Hulk? Why can't Deadpool?
That's Deadpool can't do.
Why can't Squirrel Girl?
Squirrel Girl's not like that.
How do you know?
She's never been written like that.
What if I decide to write it like that?
Then she would be like that, but they probably wouldn't let you because they said.
What if I wrote a comic like that?
Because they'd probably be like, whoa, that's Deadpool, She-Hulk.
You have to go through that.
Is that the only? What about Deathlock?
No.
Doesn't he break through between different realities?
You're talking about Death's Head.
Death's Head, sorry.
Yeah, he just came from a different reality. That's why.
But hasn't he been in other comic book realities?
I think he's in other.
Been in the Punisher reality.
I think he's in another comic book world, like a different company.
He's been in the DC universe before.
Yeah,
that's like his whole gimmick, though, right?
No, I don't know what he came from. You know what Death's Head looks like? A Predator kind of.
Yeah, he has a comic with Young Avengers.
Hi, Wyatt.
And
Remy, you ready?
He's a very UK character.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Then for sure he crossed over with Judge Dredd.
I don't know if he's Judge Dredd. Well, come on,
I remember.
Remy, you want to come tell me about what She-Hulk's about?
Yeah, you're going to talk about She-Hulk, right?
We're discussing it right now.
Go put the headphones on so you can hear yourself.
What?
Why are you playing?
Hey, if you want to be coy and not do it, that's fine.
Are you going to do it or no?
We covered a lot of it. Overall, do you think you liked it?
Yes.
What?
I like it separately.
Or did the last?
I like the last episode by itself. I like the rest of the show by itself. I don't like how they interconnect and what they set up for the rest of the
I'll tell you one thing. What about Scar? Holy hell! Where did that come from?
He dropped that bomb.
I was like,
this is my son.
I mean,
that's all you get.
We already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
In another movie or something.
No, we read the script months before it came out that he was in the
I didn't see that part. So when I watched it, my doo-doo fell out my butt.
I thought that she was going to have to do some type of court case where...
he looks like a guy I know.
He looks like Robbie Amell's brother.
No, I don't know who that is. He looks like a guy I know. He's always a jock in movies.
Yeah, his brother.
He's in this movie called...
The Babysitter?
No.
Babysitter Killer?
Maybe. I don't think they're called Babysitter Killer. Does she want it?
Are you going to or no? She was talking all about it. I said, save it for the podcast. Save it for the
Why?
But, yeah, I just was like... I didn't like Hulk showing up. It just was awkward setting. Just to have a Hulk
like
show
when Daredevil shows up at the end?
No, that was awesome. Because she's like, and can you give me a little bit of Hulk or Daredevil too? So sometimes I break walls, sometimes I break, or what does she say? I hit walls, I pound walls, and sometimes I pound Murdoch. I don't know. However she said it was glorious. But that was funny because I know we're like, this dude on the post was like,
did he drive himself?
Yeah, they're like, where the fuck did he jump from? They're like, what tree did he jump from? Like, he just lands. I do like his mask and stuff's all scuffed up and got silver and all that. You wanna answer some questions for me? I'm trying to figure out stuff.
You have the answers, and you had questions too.
Here, come here.
About Daredevil.
Here, come here.
You said, why is he gold?
Here, come here. Okay, come here.
You have to listen on the headphones.
You can hear yourself.
I
Here.
was wondering why, so at number 8, he was, just black, but at number 9, he was, golden and black.
I think he was, the same colors, but he was in the dark.
Oh.
What do you know about, that's 8 and 9? You know the episode numbers?
Yeah.
What's your favorite one?
It is number 3.
What's in number 3?
Number 3. What?
That was
What's
He's
it?
stealing things.
What's in number 3?
I think that was the controversial one.
Is it the twerking one?
Where she dances at the end, right?
Yeah, making this stuff.
Yeah, that's Remy's favorite.
Yeah.
What's the whole TV show about? How do you not know? You've seen all the episodes.
You watched them without me.
Hey, you're sleeping. You're sleeping and then you were in the shed.
That sounds
She has
weird.
to work. What your mom does in the shed, we'll never know.
What do I do in there?
You're doing stuff.
So number 3 is your favorite.
Mhm.
And what did you like about that one? You don't know?
You were supposed to, she had this whole plan that she's like, I'm going to go on and say, I'm here to talk about She-Hulk. What?
I did not say that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right, so are you done? Are you quitting?
No.
you don't know? Because all you got to do is just tell me about stuff in the microphone, and that's it.
Is it because other people are here?
Yeah. So that's the only question you had about.
I'm going to listen. Okay.
That's the only question you had. It was about.
See, I can hear you talk.
The only question you had was about Daredevil. Say hi in there.
Right here.
You can say hi in the microphone.
No.
No? Okay. Did you hear yourself on the
Here,
microphone?
you want to hear?
You can hear me too. See?
No.
Yeah,
you
can you hear
hear?
me?
What?
Did you hear me?
You want to hear? Okay. Watch, talk in the
See,
microphone and you can hear yourself.
And then you can hear yourself when you're talking.
You can? Yeah, I can.
Yeah. That's how I recorded and put it on videos.
Gentle.
Pull my hair.
Do you not want it? Do you want it on you?
Yeah, you
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yeah, you can.
You're
You're such a weirdo. He's a liar.
Yeah, you are.
So you got nothing else to talk to me about with She-Hulk?
You had so much to talk about. I kept
No,
saying,
I
save
didn't.
it.
I didn't.
Yeah, you kept telling.
No, I
You said,
didn't.
my name is Remy, and
No, I
we're...
didn't.
Okay. Whoa, rude.
Whoa.
That was on camera.
Gotta be
Everybody
nice.
saw
I'm
it.
gonna have to call security.
We got a camera recording right
See?
there.
Wave to
See
the
it
camera.
blinking, it's blinking red over there.
Yeah.
Say, sorry, I'm not mean to my mom.
I don't say I hate my mom.
Not yet.
Oh,
No,
she
one of
does.
them. I think one does for sure.
Uh-huh.
Why does it lie?
He'll be 4 next week. 'cause
Are
She's
you?
5. 4.
Yeah, give it about 10 years.
No, they already say it.
Don't say that.
Remy's already a teenager.
No, I'm not.
The way you act sometimes.
We threw a tantrum today over a wig, right?
No.
She has her costume
Let me
wig.
stop.
She's one of the
Daddy is so
descendants.
cool.
Oh.
She's Mal.
They were supposed to be zombies.
So you're not going to be She-Hulk?
Descendant?
I looked.
You ever watched Descendants?
I'm never gonna be.
We looked for a
Descendants is
costume.
actually a really dope concept.
What is it?
It's the villains' kids from
They're the VKs.
the villains' kids from Disney movies.
That's what they call themselves, the VKs.
Interesting.
So the main 4 is
So, do we know they're both of their parents?
no.
Only
it's not
Mel,
like-
only Mel's you know both their parents.
That you just learned that though.
But is
In-
it like, are they matched up? So
episode
it's like
3.
Pete and Maleficent?
No, it's
No.
Hades and Maleficent.
You said Pete and
Yeah.
Maleficent?
Yeah.
Pete the Dragon?
No.
No. Pete, like Goofy's
Oh,
best
sorry.
friend.
That's, yes.
Cruella DeVille's son is a
Wait,
person.
is it,
He's dead.
is Maleficent
He's the kid's dead, yes.
and
Everybody
Hades,
says that.
does Maleficent and Hades both show up?
Mama.
Yeah.
No, Maleficent's just in the first one.
Did
I don't
they
think
talk at any point?
No,
No.
not to each other.
Weird.
He talks about how he
Not Angelina Jolie.
how he
No, I
couldn't
mean-
be with her.
James Woods loves that role.
Okay.
Like, he's
The guy that plays him is really goofy. It was in the newest episode, or newest movie, right? When Hades
What,
shows up,
Hades?
you learn.
Does he talk?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
some,
she goes.
he
to
looks
him.
like Robbie.
It's like,
he looks
oh, we're
like
talking about
Robbie Rock.
Hercules Hades.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, is it James Wood that voices him?
this is live action.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a cartoon.
They still should have got James Wood. That'd be
Yeah,
hilarious.
dirty old man though.
But
no, what, I forget who
So,
the actor is.
Maleficent's kid, the evil witch
So
from Snow White.
so is it a kid with like blue flame hair and
No,
then
he's
like
a-
It's a girl. It's a girl
with blue flame hair?
Oh,
She has
the
blue-
girl. No,
just
her
blue
hair's
long hair.
purple and blue.
Is it?
Unknown caller.
Purple.
Thanks, Ryan. Just calling you about your extended warranty.
Probably.
And then the witch from Snow White's daughter. She's hot. Shouldn't have said that.
Which
the
witch?
Snow White's witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my sister were talking about Princess.
Jafar's son. He's just this little buff dude. And yeah, that's the main
Boo-boo.
four. Then they start bringing in hella people.
Is Hercules a prince? Can you consider him a Disney prince?
He's a god.
If I know, but if
Oh.
Zeus is the king of Olympus, would that make Hercules a prince?
Oh.
Yeah. You want to put it on?
Is he a double?
Are you
prince
going to
now?
talk about
I don't
it?
know. Me and my sister were going to the list of all
Okay, let Wyatt have a turn now, okay?
princes in
Yes,
Disney
I said
movies. And there's not that many actually. Like actually princes or are princes before they marry. It's like Prince Charming, Prince.
I will tell.
All of their kids are in that show.
What's his fucking name? Is it Prince Robert?
What do you say?
Prince Eric is.
You say Ron
Prince
to the
Eric
Poor?
is Sleeping
Yeah, I
Beauty,
said
right?
round to the
Prince
floor.
Eric is Ariel.
Oh, Little Mermaid.
No. Okay, stop.
So, anything about She-Hulk, Rim?
What?
No, you're done?
It's not. It's fine.
Stop it. Not me. Hey, I'm not that. I tell me that.
What is he calling you?
He said never, never, baby.
Remy. Boy, I said Remy.
Oh, Remy.
Yeah, but for some reason I like the Descendants idea.
I love it.
Interesting.
And they end up always adding.
I would be down to watch it if it was animated, but
It's
They do have
totally-
one episode, or one
Yeah, but
movie
that's
that's
mainly
animated.
for kids, like lower kids, like him kids.
Oh, the
This one kind of
When
aims
they
like
get
at a
married, you mean?
13-12 dynamic, I feel like.
Why is that only for him? Never me.
You had one on.
What?
But, yeah, there was books, too, that I was buying Crystal that they had, like, that took books for Crystal that had Ursula's origin story and
Oh yeah, they have
Beast's
that.
origin story. Or not Beast, Gaston's or some shit.
Gaston.
You talking about the villain book?
It's
Yeah.
at Target.
I don't. Are those actually Disney?
Is John
I
Smith?
don't think so.
Is John Smith a prince? Does he
He's
marry?
an asshole.
He's a colonizer.
No.
Does he marry Pocahontas?
My turn. My turn.
In real life, she
She's the
does.
princess of what would be the tribe, right?
Yeah.
She does.
How about
I remember
How about-
number 2.
No more.
She
No
does.
more.
you
get
put those
married,
on and Ryan
she was,
just take.
Can't hear yourself anymore.
I believe she was. A
We're
queen.
gonna wrap up anyways. Because I'm
I think
But I
she's a
don't
queen.
know if she married John Smith.
In real life, she does.
In real life, did she? I wonder how.
I thought she did.
I'm gonna fuck myself up, dude. I was about to say, I wonder how hot Pocahontas was back
There are
then.
pictures.
But she was a young kid, though, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Not quite. But
Can I breathe for a second? I cannot.
what's the Lewis and Clark? Sacagawea?
Sacagawea.
Suck a what? Sacagawea.
She was like 10 or something, right? She was like hell yeah.
Look at her toes. I mean, I don't know
one
if
of
they would.
one of Lewis and Clark was I think it's Lewis was suspected to be homosexual.
Another one was pedophile. We're the perfect duo.
Wyatt said no. Ram, do you have anything to say?
How would that be
before we
perfect
go?
duo?
I'm just
They have to
saying,
finish
one's
up.
like they're both controversial. It's just
I know.
odd.
Do you have
All right,
anything
Disney
else to say?
princes include Prince Florian, who is Prince from Snow White. There's Prince Charming, who's the prince from Cinderella. There's Prince Philip, who's from
That's
Sleeping
Aurora.
Beauty. There's Prince Eric. There's Prince Adam. The Beast is technically a
I
prince.
hate when
was,
he's in
yeah.
his prince.
Aladdin becomes a prince.
Really?
Beast.
People were saying what's really weird about that is Belle's down for him as the Beast because she doesn't know he's gonna.
That's
be
what they
here.
always say, bestiality.
Yeah,
Like his face when he transforms, he's just like.
Die.
I'm hot as hell.
Die.
So they count this. The Disney Princess Wiki counts John Smith as a prince.
Why? How?
It says John Smith is the detritus, detritus,
movie of the
I've never seen this word before. It's D-U-T-E-R agonist. So it's Deward or agonist of the film Pocahontas, and is the love interest of Pocahontas. He has blonde hair. He's more interested in the land of gold. He met Pocahontas in Florida. After being shot by Ratcliffe, John had gone back to England for medical treatment. He's the first prince of the franchise who isn't a real prince, and though the only one who's based on a real person. So they count him as a prince, even though he's not a real prince, I guess.
They say,
there's Prince
Kuzco. Kuzco's
he's a Disney
princess.
He's a Disney princess, yeah.
But they don't label him as. I think they
He should be a
should.
Disney princess.
Who?
Cusco.
Cusco's a princess,
A
right?
princess?
Yes.
Yeah, they always say he's.
Cusco's one of the most effeminate.
Okay, I don't know.
Regardless of what his sexuality may or may not be, he is one of the most effeminate characters.
They
Okay,
never.
come here, let me hold you.
They never hint at his
But
sexuality.
whenever the girls come by in the beginning of the movie, he's fast and
That's true. That's true.
And I think it's heavily hinted that he's gay, but he gets a love interest in the TV show. So
I mean,
about it.
I don't know.
Li Shang is a prince.
Who's that?
The
That's
guy
from
from Mulan.
But she's not a princess.
She's a prince.
Yeah, he's the princess. Then there's Prince Naveen, who's the prince from Princess
Princess and the Frog.
And then there's Flynn Rider, Eugene
Fitzherbert.
Fitzherbert.
Where's that from?
Flynn Rider is the
Tangled.
and Flynn Rider is the character from
I've
the book.
never watched him.
It's really fucking
Remy,
good.
you'll talk about Tangled
Yeah,
all day.
Crystal watched it a whole bunch.
Remy loves
It's in the same universe as
I
Flynn
need
too.
part 2 about
I've heard all those. I read.
That's canon.
Are you sure?
Break it.
That's
Get over
canon.
here.
Yes, it's
Stand
canon.
over here.
They are referenced in the movie. Apparently, the
I love all the Disney conspiracy stuff.
the
And,
parents
is your
of
stomach okay? Baby
Oh no, I'm
okay?
trying to make
Because
space.
she's.
Oh. Is the baby kicking?
Anna and Elsa's parents died on their way to the
Yes, I've heard it all, but I don't believe all these things were put
wedding.
together.
Or their way back from the wedding. Because I think they show up in like there's like a.
Oh, they're heading to Ariel's wedding on the boat in the little movie. I'm putting.
They were
together.
also the parents of
Tarzan.
Tarzan. So that's probably around the same time, right?
They met while they were in the temple.
Honorary
Despair. What's it
official
called?
prince.
Is there music going on there?
Kristoff is a prince.
Christoph?
He marries
Because he marries Anna.
He marries into the royal family.
I don't think I've ever watched Frozen.
Simba's a prince. That was one of the guys were talking about. Simba's prince, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the son of the king of.
It's called the Lion King.
Yeah.
Well, he's a king now.
Presently.
Simba is a prince. He becomes a king.
Yeah.
Pinocchio is a prince.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's
No, it's just other Disney heroes. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is a king, right?
In
What?
Kingdom Hearts.
In Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Do you really
Castle?
count video games?
Why not?
That's what connects
Is
all the
there a
universes.
616 in
That's
Disney?
that literally is now connected Nintendo and Disney into the same universe.
So when we get the Mario movie,
There is a
and stuff
there's
like
a
that,
Reddit page
they get
dedicated to
scanned.
the video game / like collective property map that shows you all the connections that each universe has and how you can connect from like The Simpsons to like Terraria or something. Just because they're all technically the same multiverse because The Simpsons show up in this game and this game shows up in this game and this game shows up in this game and then this game shows up in this game. and this
Simpsons
game
are on
shows up in
Disney.
Terraria.
They had a Descendants thing.
Who's crossed over with Simpsons? I think Bob's Burgers is supposed to cross over with it.
And then Bob's Burgers crosses over with Archer.
Yes.
And then I don't know. I could probably
The Cave of
find
Wonders.
you an Archer
I
reference.
couldn't think of the name of it.
I don't ever watch Family Guy, but
I watch
saw-
Family Guy all the time.
I saw a clip yesterday that had me dying.
you.
Peter and Lois are at her parents' house, and her mom is on bed rest, and they're watching. Lois and her dad are watching TV, and Lois goes, "Dad, what time is it?" And it's like 7 o'clock, and then you hear the channel extra, and she goes, "No!" And she runs upstairs, and Peter had sex with her mom.
That took a turn.
I looked into it. Apparently, she hypnotized Peter.
He looked into it.
I did.
He researched it.
He's like, I have to know why this.
She hypnotized Peter that when he hears the words extra, he'll have sex with her.
You ready to go?
So when I think I have seen this clip. She's got a little remote, right? And he eats.
And on that note, we won't let Declan finish that with children in the room, but we will have some fun and say that is it. Again, we had malfunctions through the whole podcast. I don't think we came in that clear. It looks like audio's off. But no one listens to us. No one watches us, right? So it doesn't matter. I don't know. Anyways, Declan would say that's a podcast, but I don't know. I feel like that was a mess. But thank you for listening, watching, like, subscribe, share. And I'm going to get back to watching my Halloween shenanigans. Look forward to the next episode where we cover Halloween stuff. All right. Goodbye.